with Cajun Cardboard, coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with another Explore the Card episode. This is episode number 38, and we're featuring an absolute monster card today. One of the rarest of the rare Jordan cards from the 90s. It is the 1996 Skybox EX2000, a cut above die cut. This is a monster. The card you see on your screen is the only one in the world. Yes, you heard me right. That PSA 10 copy on your screen is the only one in existence, and a good friend of mine in the hobby and a recurring guest on my show, Josh Dawson, is the only owner of that copy of that card. Despite the fact that it is elusive and a grail amongst grails, we're going to go ahead and explore it today. And as we always do, I'm going to go ahead and start by showing you the copy that I own, a much more reasonable of lower means copy. This is a PSA 8 copy of the card from 1996 Skybox EX2000, and it is called a cut above, not just cut above, but on the card itself it just says cut above. So I know we're always talking grammar on here and big men on court, big man on court, cut above, a cut above, whatever. The label says a cut above, and everywhere I've seen it says a cut above, so we'll call it that. There are other cut above cards out there, so if you search, you may run across some trouble. So you might need to more narrowly tailor your search terms. But as always, let's take a look at the set that this card comes from. It comes from the 1996 Skybox EX2000. There's an 80 card base set. The rookies in 96 are going to be no secret here, right? We're talking about one of the greatest rookie classes of all time. You've got Kobe, you've got Ray Allen, you've got Nash, you've got Iverson, you've got Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Antoine Walker, Steph Marbury, and Kerry Kittles, amongst others. There were more, but I just capped it there. Four, absolute fantastic first ballot Hall of Famers, 3 NBA MVPs, a couple of multiple MVPs. Jordan's card number 9 in this base set. Let's see if I can pull him up here on your screen. Hang on just a second. Here we go. Yes, got him. Okay, there it is. That is the Jordan card in the base set. It's card number 9. The front and back are, I guess reflective images, I guess you would say. It's got his stats down below. It's kind of inset with the sky in the background of the window, and then the interesting color. It's kind of like a orangish, bronzish, gold, like photo border. Matte, basically matting with the white inset frame, like window pane, with Jordan kind of coming through the window pane. Just a really cool base card. This is no ordinary base card. It's very tough to find not diamond cut. And by diamond cut, I'm talking about the card being cut perpendicularly. Sometimes it's cut at an angle, especially at the top, and it's glaringly noticeable, and that makes it very difficult to find this card in a PSA 10 Gem Mint condition. There are only 41 Gem Mint PSA 10 copies of this base card, and if you guys have watched enough of these Explore the Card episodes, you know that base cards are usually there's a large quantity of them out there, even in PSA 10 condition, and by no means are they scarce. This base card's a little bit different. A PSA 10 copy of the base card that you see on your screen last sold for $2,950, and it has sold for significantly more, during the year of 2021. But again, pop 41 for that base card. There's only 3 insert sets, so let's pull them up. Here they are. You've got a cut above, which we're going to talk about today in great detail. Net assets. I've done an episode on net assets for Explore the Card. If you're curious about that set, just go back and check the playlist. I've got a playlist created with all of the Explore the Card episodes. So if you want to go back and binge watch and really get your Jordan groove on, you're welcome to do that. I got 38 at least 30, well, today's 38 episodes of it, so hopefully you guys enjoy that, and it's bringing some Jordan love and education around the hobby. And then the last insert set is the Star Date 2000, which is infamous or famous for the Kobe card that is contained in that set, which had some crazy run up and then a recurrent, then a kind of regression, and now it's starting to move again, it looks like. But the only parallel set is the credentials, which I won't get into. Those are serial numbered. They are parallels. We may feature that card in a Jordan Explore the Card episode coming up in the near future. You never know. But by the way, this episode was the card I chose, a cut above, was at the request of a viewer of the channel. And so I always try to satiate and satisfy some of the requests from you guys who watch the channel, because I appreciate your time and attention. and will do my best to kind of put out the type of content and focus and feature the cards that you guys request when I can. So a cut above is an insert set. It features 10 cards. Let's check them out. Here they are. 7 out of the 10 cards are Hall of Famers. That's a 70% Hall of Fame rate. Even Cajuns can do that math. That's a pretty good percentage, right? There's only 3 non-Hall of Famers in here. Sean Kemp's in here, Penny is in here, and then Glenn Big Dog Robinson, Purdue legend, college All-American, National Player of the Year, I think, double check me on that, is in here, and a former Buck, which makes him relevant in and of itself. So those are the 10 cards that you see on your screen. Like I said, KG, Grant Hill, Iverson, Jordan, Olajuwon, Shaq, and Rodman. If this is not the most collectible insert set from the 90s, I don't know what is. It's very much so in the mix. There's only 10 cards, which makes it attainable. Attaining this in PSA 10, obviously, as you know from my introduction to the card, is not something that you're probably going to be able to do. But if you wanted to collect it in a lower grade or even in a raw set, I think it would look incredible to see all 10 of these cards laid out in one picture. You know how I am with my pictures on Instagram. I love it. Can't get enough of pairings or set pictures. This would make for an eye-popping set picture. There's no true imposters. Like I said, Glenn Robinson's the weakest player on here, and the dude averaged over 20 points per game in the NBA. So no absolute imposters. Really solid set, top to bottom, for all you set collectors. Cut above cards were inserted 1 in 288 packs, which makes Jordan 1 in 2,880 packs. Let's check the card out. You guys love it when I read the backs of these cards. Here's the back of my PSA 8 copy, and it says, Jordan, the player most responsible for Chicago's 4 NBA titles during the past 6 years, earned his 4th league MVP award last season by leading the Bulls to an NBA record 72 regular season wins. He continued his aerial assault this year, scoring a season-high 51 against the Knicks on January 22nd. So that's the card. It's beautiful. It's got these, saw blades in the background. The back of the card's gorgeous, wearing the Jordan retros. The front of the card is gorgeous, featuring Jordan in his black uniform with the pinstripes. I mean, everything about this card is just, it checks every box there is. It's die cut, it's rare, it's 90s. It's visually appealing, it's condition sensitive. Like, go down the list, every single thing that you're looking for in a rare, unique Jordan Grail card from the 90s, this card checks that box. Let's pull up the chart and give the people what they want. This is the 1996 Skybox EX2000. A cut above, card number 5 in the set. This is the pops and the prices, and this is what you guys like about these episodes. So if you've got your phone, take a picture. If you've got print screen, go ahead and print it. This is it. And as I mentioned, what stands out to me on this chart that you're looking at is the fact that there is only one PSA 10, a cut above insert in existence, and it is owned by the great at Northeast Sports Cards, my friend Josh Dawson. 97 have been graded, 96 have tried and failed. Only one has gotten through the gauntlet, and Josh Dawson is the proud owner of that. As I've said many times, he collects the way I collect Jordan, and therefore he is my mentor, and he is the ghost that I am chasing. So 1% gem rate. Again, even a Cajun can do that math. 1 out of 97. So right at 1% gem rate. I wouldn't count on getting card number 2, but if anybody did pull a PSA 10, it would be big news in the hobby. The next thing that stands out to me is that there's 226 that have been graded by BGS and 97 that have been graded by PSA. So over double as many graded by Beckett. 29 of those have graded Gem Mint from Beckett for BGS 9.5s. There are no BGS 10s, or of course there are no BGS 10 black labels. The gem rate for the BGS 9.5 is 13%. You can see that the mint rate for PSA 9 and BGS 9 is pretty similar. Both are about 31% and 34%. Just keep in mind that the pop rate for the PSAs is significantly lower because, as we mentioned, significantly fewer have been graded by PSA than have been graded by Beckett. The last sold price, and this is going to require you to take a deep breath, was April of 2015, and that is when Josh acquired his PSA 10 copy for the low price of $1,225. That is also, not coincidentally, the highest sale ever for this PSA 10 copy of the cut above. There's no change in the last 6 months. There's no change in the last 6 years for that matter. So not much to see there. As you can see, if you look all the way over in the right-hand column, you can see the card's just so doggone rare. There have been no PSA 10s or BGS 9.5s added in the last 16, 17 months in the pop report. There has only been one PSA 9 added, and there's only been 5 BGS 9s added. So even getting this card in a mint copy is very difficult. Only 106 mint copies of this card between the two big grading companies. I will turn your attention to the highest sale ever of the PSA 9 is actually higher than the highest sale ever of the BGS 9.5, which is sort of weird, to be quite honest with you. But again, only 2 BGS 9.5s have sold in the last 6 months. So this is one of those cards you might see 2 or 3 times a year, or you might not see it for a year in gem condition. I'm holding out for a BGS 9.5. I've showed you on the screen, I own the PSA 8 copy, but you guys know I'm a grade snob, so I'm going to look for one of those 29 BGS 9.5s. The last BGS 9.5 sold for $13,200, so it's doable if you move the right cards around and pool the funds together and make a concerted effort to make that push. Over the last 6 months, the BGS 9.5 is actually down 26% despite the paltry population, and the BGS 9 is down 16% as well. Only one PSA 9 has sold over the last 6 months. This card has only sold 5 times on public platforms over the last 6 months, so less than once a month are you going to see this card in any mint or better grade. So just not a lot of them out there. Really don't know what else to say about it. We always look, or I always like to look to see if the combined gem population of the card is less than 100. That's sort of that threshold that makes it rare in my perspective. There's only 30 combined, and 29 of those are BGS 9.5s. What's on eBay? We always like to look at what's on eBay. So let's see. What do we have pulled up here? I've searched 1996 EX2000 cut above Jordan. Like I said, you got to put the EX2000 in there or you'll pull up a bunch of weird EX2000s. And 2 of them pull up. One, a drastically, significantly overpriced BGS 8 copy from Taiwan. And then one, $39.99, who's accepting best offers. So that if you really wanted the card, you could go out there and get the card. That BGS 8 copy is at $39.99 or best offer. Let's go ahead and pull it up in Card Ladder and see what the last BGS 8 sold for. Oh, can't do it. The last 8.5 sold for $4,000 in March of 2022. So really not that far off. That's a doable, if you're interested in a BGS 8 copy, that looks pretty doable. Again, I didn't vet the seller or really take a very close look. Jordans all day, every day. Looks like they've got, ironically, 11,111 with a pretty good feedback. It's located here in Pennsylvania. So worth a look if you're looking to get into the card. That's really not a bad price if you can work with, get the seller to work with you from there. Let's search for boxes if you're the gambling type. Here we go. The first one is just a pack. The next one is an actual box for $25,000, which seems a bit steep. The next is an empty box for $217, which really seems steep. The next is a pack, and then the next one is a card, and then another assets card. And then David Adams actually does have a 24-pack box that's BBCE sealed for whatever value you think that brings now after in light of recent events for $8,250 or best offer. So slim pickings if you're the box chasing type. When you're looking for this cut above. And again, I don't highly recommend it. It's 1 in every 288 packs that you'll pull one of them. It's 1 in 2,880 packs that you'll pull the Michael Jordan. So you're probably better off sort of target focusing your search on the card itself. What do I own and what grade? I own a PSA 8, as I've shown you. Am I a buy, a sell, or a hold? I am a huge buy. I am looking for this card in a BGS 9.5 condition. If one came across, I would probably buy it as long as it was somewhere remotely near that $13,000 sale price for the last BGS 9.5 copy that we looked at. Is this card in PSA 10? It is a Grail level card. Comment below. Let me know what you think a PSA 10, the PSA 10 copy, if Josh Dawson decided to put it at auction, which he will not. Imagine what it would go for. I think it would easily eclipse $50,000. I think it would easily eclipse that. I might be way off. It may push six figures, but it would certainly eclipse 50,000. And for that reason, the PSA 10 copy falls into that grail category. A BGS 9.5, as we can see, from our chart, is easily in the high category, which is between 10 and 20,000. The PSA 9 and the BGS 9, the two mint copies, are in that mid-range, somewhere between 5 and 10,000, with the next PSA 9 possibly pushing over that five-figure mark into that high-end category. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. There's just not that many out there. There's only 30. It's just tough to come by. So that's where they fit in the low, mid, high, or grail value categories. What are some similar cards in PSA 10 from a value perspective? I've gone into card ladder. I've gone into indexes. I've gone into player indexes. I've gone into Michael Jordan. Within Michael Jordan, I've sorted by PSA 10, highest to lowest, and then I scrolled down to get three cards in PSA 10 that are right at that $50,000 mark. And those three cards are the 1986 Fleer sticker that you see on your screen, which I am a big fan of and I own a copy of. The next one is the High Voltage 500, which has been a super hot card lately in PSA 10 condition, which you see on your screen. Those are serial numbered to 500. And there are rumors out there that not all 500 of them were actually printed due to the scarcity that's found. And then the last card is the 1996 Topps Chrome Refractor PSA 10, which is a crazy rare card. And when you can find one with color that pops and no greening or anything like that, you're looking at something special. So those are the cards that are all around 50 grand, which is what I'm projecting. Again, this cut above unique Pop 1 PSA 10 would be. It would probably be more than that. Again, I don't mean to insult the great at Northeast Sports Cards or anybody in the Jordan hobby by guessing at what a card would be worth, but that's just my guess. The 86 Fleer sticker is a Pop 121. The High Voltage 500 is a Pop 4. The 1996 Topps Chrome Refractor is a Pop 7. If I had to choose amongst these four cards, along with our PSA 10 copy of the cut above, I would, without any hesitation whatsoever, choose the card on your screen, the card of today's episode, the cut above, first and foremost, and it would not really even be close. After the cut above, I would go with the High Voltage 500. It is serial number to 500. It is almost as low a pop as a Pop 4. And then I would take the Refractor third, and it's not even really close. I would certainly take the Refractor third as a Pop 7, and then I would take the 86 Fleer sticker, which I already own, so I wouldn't be in the market for that. I would take this a distant fourth, simply because you can always get one if you have enough money. The others, even if you have the money, just finding the card is, not likely. It's not something that you can go find at any given time out on the open market. And so that's my order. Cut above, High Voltage 500, Refractor sticker. Let me know what your order would be. Am I way off on my value of the cut above? Let me know what you guys think about that as well. I say 50 minimum. Probably, it could push significantly higher than that. It just depends if you had two deep pockets whales chasing it and demanding it. Anything in the Jordan world that's a Pop 1, you're going to get an exorbitant, crazy, illogical, I shouldn't say illogical, but, big premium. We'll just put it that way. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, I do these episodes. They're going to release every Friday on my channel. You can count on me. My schedule is about to get really nasty. I've got a daughter playing college soccer, so she's all over the place. I don't like missing her games. And then I've got another daughter who's playing all over the country as well. And then I've got two little ones that are playing soccer as well. And then I've got a wife and a million jobs. And then I love to collect cards as well. So my schedule's getting nasty, but I'm going to stay consistent with this. You're going to get my PWCC recaps on Monday. You're going to get these Explore the Card episodes that release every Friday. And then I had been on a pace of about one video a day for the last few months. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep that pace up. I will do my best. I may need to shorten some of them so I can keep putting out that content. But you will get some of those unique kind of spur of the moment, off the cuff, sometimes investor, sometimes collector type videos from me during the midweek. And then you'll get my mail days on the weekend. So I'm going to try to keep up as best I can. My brain is only so big, and I only have so many hours in the day. And kids and wife are always going to come first before content. Hopefully, you guys understand that. I do want to say thank you guys so much for all the kind comments. There's been a couple trolls lately. It really doesn't bother me when the subscribership grows and gets larger, and we're getting more and more views on all of these videos. It never fails. Somebody's going to have something relatively rude to say. I try to let it roll off my back like water on a duck's back. It's really not that big a deal to me. Everybody, for anybody out there who thinks I'm hyping my cards or whatever, I've never had a problem telling people that I like my cards more than cards I don't have. And I think everybody shares the same opinion. I don't think I've put out a video with the intention of increasing the value of a card that I own. So for anybody to allege that's the case would be odd. But even if you do allege that's the case, there's a million other content creators that you can go out there and listen to. Maybe I'm not the one for you. But for those of you who have stayed with me and have been loyal, I do appreciate it. Every single one of these videos, the purpose is to educate and entertain. Hopefully I'm doing a little bit of that. I'm learning a lot, and I'm entertaining myself just making the videos. And it's helped me grow my Jordan collection and identify some arbitrage in the Jordan market. And it's also shed some light on some inserts that I don't own that I really like to put in my collection. This cut above is certainly one of them. I've got the PSA 8, but I got to get bigger. I got to get better. Anyway, that's it. If you got a BGS 9.5, maybe this is a self-serving video. If you got the 9.5, find me on Instagram. I'm Cajun Cardboard, or on Facebook, or comment below if you got a 9.5. And if you do and it's not for sale, congrats anyway. It's an amazing card, Pop 29, big time card. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby, and peace.